Well, shit. I just recorded a whole 30 minutes of Geoguessr, and after I find out that I wasn't recording audio. So now I have to do a voiceover of this whole video, but it's worth because I go absolutely crazy in this video, and I'm going to be explaining all my thought processes that I use, and yeah, this is just a diverse world. I use moving, panning, and zooming on this one, and I pretty much used all the time that I could to figure out these rounds. And I eventually end up beating a personal best for me of a country streak. So, on to the first one here. This first one, we see these black and white chevrons here with kind of look Mediterranean. I don't know if that's the right word, but kind of Mediterranean looking landscape, black and white chevrons with also these bollards. I also saw there that the plate on the back had double blue on both sides, which is also a thing that all leads to Italy. We can also see that's fairly mountainous around us, and yeah, I also like how I can do this voiceover, and I can really explain things like more than if I'm actually playing. On the next one here, this one first off looks like North America right off the bat. Uh, North America is forever going to be the curse of my existence, even though I live here. It's like the toss up between U.S. and Canada. It can really be such a pain in the ass, but if you learn a lot of things, you can eventually learn how to differentiate them. And here I see the sign, and I can definitely tell that that is a U.S. sign. And we also see this Mexican American food bar and grill, which is definitely a U.S. thing. We also see that one-way sign there, which I also point out. So yeah, I originally think it's in this like middle part of America, the plains or whatever they're called, like near Kansas. Like I tried looking for Rock Springs and the 80. I see the 80 here, and I'm like, oh wow. Is definitely here, right? Yeah, no. There's multiple things in America that multiple highways that can have the same exact number, which is definitely bullshit. I also try to look for the 30 here along the 80, which goes very far. Um, Unless that was the same 80, which is a possibility, but as you'll see here, the actual location will be very farther west in Wyoming. Uh, and yeah, I I just have no words to say about that really. On to the next one. Uh, so wait, I'm actually not sure what this one was. This New Zealand? Yeah, I think this one was New Zealand. I actually can't quite remember from the top of my head. But we have these very high mountains. I was trying to figure out what this was too. At this time, and you can see me looking around at the sign. Oh wait, maybe this was. I'm actually still not sure what this is, even though I just recorded this video. Um, let's see what I eventually go around to say. But oh, I'm pretty sure. With this pole here and this New Zealand. That's what I thought. And we also driving on the left this very green mountainous landscape with these black and white chevrons. Why am I saying okay? I need to stop saying so much. Okay. Next one here, it was another toss up between U.S. and Canada, and we see these green plates here, which I did not know at the time, or I did not recall. So, but these plates are definitely very specific to a certain province in Canada. I'll just straight up say this is Canada right now. We have these blue signs, and yeah, it was Canada, I'm pretty sure. But I do spend a lot of time on this round because, you know, it's so hard to tell them apart. Like, out of two countries, like, I feel like US and Canada are the hardest to tell apart. I don't, like, in my opinion, but yeah. This is Manitoba. I end up going Quebec, just because I thought it was Quebec. And no, it wasn't Quebec. So, it was Manitoba, and Manitoba have the green plates. So, now I remember that. But here we have, it seems to me like right off the bat, we're in South America or Mexico here, and yeah, we have Spanish language. We're on the 40 apparently, but I spend a lot of time on this round, trying to look for the 40, and I do find the 40, but from there, I try finding I don't know how to say that, but Lizarka. And yeah, you can just see me looking here very hard along the 40. Apparently, I don't think this was the right 40 as well. Because I looked later and I don't even know why, but maybe I should have looked at more roads here, but here I am still trying to find it, and yeah, I'm trying to find this gas station along the right here. And also a good hint for Mexico, by the way, is this sign that says Alto right here. You only find that in Mexico. Well, no, that's a lie. And you only find that in Central America, like Mexico, Guatemala. I'm not sure about the other ones, but yeah. I spend a lot of time here. I don't know what else to say. We have a single yellow line in the middle, and I eventually end up guessing here pretty close, 100 miles away, but still decently far. And I don't know if that was the same 40, but on to the next one here. We have Thai language, which I can't really distinguish between Thai and Cambodian quite yet, but they do they definitely look different. So on to the next one here, we have double yellow black and white poles. I don't know why this took me so long now that I'm looking at it again. I should have seen these black and white poles and just said Peru. But no, I think I spend like a solid bit on this round. Yeah. Yeah. We see this sign here that Rivera. Oh wait, no, this isn't Peru. It's Uruguay. Okay, what am I saying? I'm worse commentating it over than actually playing the game. My bad about that. But here I actually find the 5, which is really fun. But I didn't find Rivera. I was looking all over for Rivera, and I end up discovering later on, as I look here for Rivera, I end up discovering later on that it's right at the top of the country, like, and yeah, as we can see, it's right at, well, Rivera, as we can see, is right here, right at the top, and it was about 50 miles, so I could have gotten a better guess there if I tried, if I actually found Rivera. And on to the next one here, this one's Portugal. We have 5 black stripes along the crossing sign, which I think is a Portuguese thing. And then we have these poles, which I eventually find on the left here. This is a Portuguese pole, and I don't really try to find getting close to this one, but yeah. On to the next one, and this is the one I spend forever on. We have a really good sign up here. Right off the bat, I definitely think this is definitely Africa, but South Africa, Botswana. And what made me believe it was Botswana was these black and white curves. I think those are definitely more common in Botswana. And here is the sign that we got here. And I spend forever trying to find these things. But, okay, I was like, where's Kang? Where the fuck is Kang, dude? And it's literally just right here. I literally spend, I don't know, like 10 minutes trying to find King. Well, not 5-10 minutes, but I'd say about 3 minutes trying to find King. I looked everywhere, and I ended up discovering that it was just, yeah, see, look, I'm looking through all these areas, and no, that's not what I'm supposed to do. See, I'm still looking in the wrong area. Let me forward here. Let me skip a bit if I can. I guess I can. I'll skip 30 seconds here. Here I kind of find the intersection, or I thought I found the intersection. I was like, yes, my first 5K in a video, and it looked like, look how similar this looks like. But I don't think the road angle really fits, actually. I thought it did, but no, it didn't. As you can see, it curves to the right in the distance there, so I was like, yeah, this is for sure it. But no, it wasn't. So, do I finally end up guessing here? Let's see. Come on. I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting now. I found, see, Kang is here, and I try to explain my thought process, but we're actually on the road, just one above. I think we're on this one, right here. Let's see. Let's see. Come on! Guess! What the fuck am I doing? Oh, I end up finding Sakoma as well, which is cool. But, oh, it was one beneath that. Okay. So I was just thinking in the wrong place. Yeah, on to the next one here. Let's go on the next one. I spend way too much time here. So this next one, right off the bat, looked like South America to me. With these yellow plates here, it should be Colombia, and I end up going Colombia and pretty close. So we end up getting a good score there, almost 22,000. On to the next one here. This one I think is Mexico, but I think I also spend a lot of time on this one. Yeah, so my thought process for Mexico here, or maybe it's not Mexico. I think this one's Peru, actually. Do we have the white car? Oh my gosh. I literally just recorded this video, which is the thing that is kind of stupid here. But I think this one ends up being Peru, from what I remember. I spend a lot of time. We have these colored, painted homes and these kind of brick buildings, which would remind me of Peru. The brick buildings you can find pretty commonly in Bolivia and Peru, from what I've heard. So, and it's also checked out to be pretty true from my playing experience. So if you see a place with a lot of red brick buildings, that most likely means you're in Bolivia. Also, this guy ended up looking Mexican to me. Oh, so it this whole time I'm talking about how it's Peru, but it wasn't even Peru. I'm so stupid. Okay, on to the next one. I'm not even gonna. I don't even remember, man. This is so embarrassing. I'm just kidding. I'm not even embarrassed. I'm just commentating over this video. I kind of wish I recorded audio. Like, it would have been such a better video, but you know, what are you gonna do about it? So actually, we're not even like, we're only about halfway in here, and okay, these people looked quite Mexican to me, actually, I think. And I think this is Mexico, from what I remember. Again, we have this short antenna on the car, or is it Brazil? No, it was Mexico. Yeah, and I tried finding whatever, I don't know how to say that. But yeah, it ended up being. Also, we see this octagonal pole, which is also means we're in Mexico. I thought it was near the Yucatan area because it definitely looked like the Yucatan area to me. These types of just shrubbery and like whatever it's called, these trees just look exactly like the Yucatan area. So I first look over here, but it's definitely not over there. So I end up eventually going up towards Yucatan, and it ends up being correct. We were on the east side though. It did feel like we were near the coast, so maybe I should have looked a bit closer. Actually, I didn't look that long at all. What the fuck am I doing? I could have found that. Okay, this is another round that took me a decent amount of time to figure out, but I did eventually figure it out. Like, it's just the thing for me. It's taking my time really with something. Like, I can't just be hasty about my decision because usually it ends up being incorrect. So yeah, for this one, the architecture looked like Tunisia to me. And we also ended up having this follow car, the Tunisia follow car. And I end up getting a pretty decent score here yet again. So yeah, this architecture, the white buildings everywhere, square. They're kind of like rectangular. And yeah, that's the Tunisian follow car that I see there. I recognize it, and then it ends up being a bit farther north, but decently far guess, or decently good guess. On the next one here, we have a white car, and I think this one is the Peru that I was talking. Yeah, this is the Peru. I ended up mixing it up. I spent a lot of time on this one. I might end up skipping a bit forward ahead, just because I spent so much time on this. But as we can see, we have the red brick buildings that we saw in the Mexican round. So I guess Mexico also has those colored buildings as well. So that's good to know. We also see we have Padre on the street here with the colored poles at the blue at the bottom. We also have these tuk. Are they the? I think they're called tuk-tuks, but don't quote me on that. And yeah, I end up eventually. If you notice here, a lot of things have like the Peru pattern on it, like the Peru red, white, red. And I eventually figure out that we're in Peru from one of these signs. So let's skip forward a bit and. See, we spend a lot of time on this one, but here I eventually end up guessing. I thought it was Mexico, but wait, is it Mexico? No, it's Peru. Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, like, why am I in Mexico? Okay. And I don't know what I'm looking for there, but yeah, we get the right country yet again. So here we are with another US-Canada toss-up. I think I eventually start speeding up a little bit with these. But I just had to spend my time on all these on those rounds. Oh, see, this round took me an unnecessarily amount of time as well, because you look at this and you're like, wow, this looks like US to me. Like we have these divided windows, like, but no, this ends up being Canada. As we see, we have the Canadian flag there, and also apparently the place that we're at has blue dots on the back of the license plate, which I did not know. So this is a very interesting looking place. Definitely a barber, but it still looks very interesting. Red, black. Why did I say black? Why red and blue? See, here I see more and more that like kind of lead me more to like less faithful in going Canada, but this pedestrian sign didn't look as recognizable, and just these signs didn't look quite the same, so that's why I end up eventually going Canada. Also, we see .ca there, which I did not see before, so I'm gonna skip forward to when I eventually guess. Oh wait, is this the next one? Yeah, right? No, this is the same one. Yeah, okay. So I eventually end up guessing in Nova Scotia, which was correct. I end up seeing a sign that says Nova Scotia here, or Casino Nova Scotia, and that's why. But dang, that was another very confusing round, for me at least. So on to the next one. Let's see what happens here on the. So right off the bat, this seemed like New Zealand again to me. Very green. We seem to be driving on the left here again. Was that a person? Wait, Wait, I gotta see this again. Sorry. Wait. Or am I tripping? Oh no, I'm tripping. Okay. No, that is a person! Oh my god! What the Yeah. Let me see if I can get pause on him. No! Yeah! I knew it. I knew I saw a person. Oh my god. Okay. I didn't see that originally. But yeah. So yeah, I think this is New Zealand, and let's skip forward to when I eventually guessed on the North Island here. I think it ends up being North Island. I just confirmed this New Zealand with these blue signs here. And yeah, so next one's easy. We got an easy Ghana. Ghana Google car. Very recognizable meta. It's basically a free pass once you get it. So this was another difficult one actually. We have darker back of the signs in this landscape, very green, and these seems we have black and yellow poles, which very interesting to me. In this place that we're at, but I haven't really seen that before. But we see that we have blue on both sides, and then that makes me determine that we're in Italy. But it ends up being very northern. I probably should have gone northern because it's mountainous. So here we are in another Peru Bolivia toss up. We got Pare on the ground, and I didn't know whether to go Bolivia or Peru here. So I see these yellow plates, or this yellow plate here, and I'm like, okay, is it possibly Colombia? But I look around more for more plates, and I don't see more. But as we can see, we have these bottom painted of the poles again, which we saw in the earlier Peru round. So, I mean, that made me believe that we're in Peru here, but it could have also easily been Bolivia, because I don't know the difference in the license plates, but you know, we, as you can see, we have these red brick buildings and pottery on the ground. So I eventually guess Peru here, I'm pretty sure, and it ends up being correct. So let's skip forward a bit. And yeah, I eventually see this pole here, which confirms that we're in Peru, the black and white pole. And here we have the red car. It looks like Russia, but it's actually Ukraine because we have the red car. And this road, very decently bad quality. That we can see very commonly in Ukraine. So, on to the next one. Wait, what? Maybe I shouldn't just skip ahead like this, actually, but... Okay, on to the next one. I'm not sure what the... Oh, is this Malaysia? Wait, no. No, we're driving on the right. What was this again? Oh, we have the holy pole here, and it ends up... you end up seeing holy poles in, like, 3 countries, primarily. Well... Actually 4, or 5, like Belgium, France, Romania, and we have a Romanian flag here. Hungary and Poland. I've seen holy poles in Senegal as well, Senegal, and we end up being Senegal right now. Actually, was that a holy pole? Wait, no way! Right as I say, oh my god, I skipped too far ahead, but whatever. Oh no, I skipped way too far ahead, my bad. But I just want to see if this is a holy pole that we see in Senegal. Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, we also get these holy poles in Spain, France. I already mentioned France, Spain, and Portugal. So you get them in a lot of places. But here we're in Senegal. We got the Google car and rifts in the sky. Also the holy poles. Next one's Chile. We have an easy flag there in the distance. It didn't quite look like Chile to me right off the bat. I end up trying to get kind of close, but didn't really work trying to get close. You know, it happens. I thought this was like maybe a lake, but it ends up being the sea. So I look all around for a lake in Chile, because it's definitely Chile, because we have the Chilean flag. I've been talking a lot, but yeah, I eventually go there, but it's definitely not the correct spot at all. Way more south. On to the next one, and here I think this one ends up being Brazil, right? From what I remember, yeah, this one's Brazil. Seems we have Portuguese language there, and and that house there looks kind of Portuguese now that I look at it. So I don't know if Brazil has that Portuguese influence. So yeah. And these poles here, you can also see the holy poles in Chile, Brazil, like they're just different types, different types of holy poles. I've also seen them in Nigeria. But yeah, different types of poles are very nice to memorize, and this is the one that ends up getting me. I'm just gonna say it right now. This is the one that ends up getting me. It's a typical U.S. or Canada round, and I, right off the bat, thought it was U.S., but I didn't trust myself. We have rumbles in the ground. Why did I not go Canada or U.S.? We have these rumble strips in the ground, which you get in U.S. and not Canada, which ends up pissing me off way more than I thought. And after, cause you know how much farther, you don't know how much farther I could have gone after this. Um, but yeah, this is definitely not Canada. Like with these types of greenery, like green plants, like this field, open ass field, like it's just because the fact that we had a single yellow. The single yellow is way more common in Canada, I feel, but yeah, I end up thinking that it's Brazil for a second because it seems like this soil is relatively like red, but no. I end up seeing this sign here, which I thought was more of a Canadian looking sign, mistakenly, and yeah, um, I end up I'm like, fuck it, this is Canada, like, and no. We end up seeing someplace called Brazil. I'm like, wait, is this Brazil? Like, no. So let's forward up to my guess, and yeah, I end up guessing Manitoba, and it ends up being Mississippi. So we got my personal record 24, which is goated. I've never gotten like even 20 before, like, so that's cool. And yeah, I'm glad I was able to like freaking actually do something, like actually taking my time doing this shit. So yeah, that's all for this video, and yeah, peace out.